I can't hear you.
What we saw from Damian down the stretch, how much is that potential to what he can do?
He needs to play. You know, I question whether I should have played him more in the Duke game. And I told the team, you do understand if he plays more what that means, John Hale. I petitioned to see if I can add minutes to the game. I'm trying to get it to an extra 8 a quarter. And I don't think they're going to go for that. If he the other kid that's got to play more and get more comfortable, a month and a half ago, he may have been our best player, Bryce. And then he shot some air balls in an exhibition game, and he just kind of, you know, I'm trying to tell the players about contentment. You know, you got to be happy with where you are, who you are, what you're about. You still strive to get better, but I'm happy with where I am. These guys at times, and it's all the clutter around them, you got to be this, you got to do that. And most of it's based on shooting more balls and playing more minutes. I bet you not one person is in their ear saying rebound better, defend, block shots. What does Damian give to us? What does length do, John Hale? Excuse me? Yeah, he blocked 4 shots. And what else does length do? We need him in the game. Now, even if it's 20 minutes, he needs to play. Lance, I was so proud of him. Hurt and tried to go, and he and I laughed. And I told him, I appreciate you trying. You got CJ with a hamstring injury. Again, he's going to be out for a minute again. How long, I don't know. Imagine that. And now Jacob, his shoulder, a different part of his shoulder, but it's bothering him, and he's getting an MRI tomorrow, couldn't play today. So the one good thing is one man's misery is another man's opportunity. Now, I woke up, do you remember Derek Willis? And I love Derek. He's one of the great kids I've ever coached here. Where did he struggle? But we needed him to do what? So when he got the ball, the entire team yelled red when his man got it. And we all, whoop, we're all here for you, kid. I think we're going to have to do that with Dante. Because first half, he scored a 3. It was great. And he gave up 2. We lose. So I want to get him some time. But today, Davion did exactly what I want him to do. Be that guy. You don't have to make every shot. But don't miss 2 and then start driving it and going crazy trying to get. Just shoot balls. I thought Kellen was good today again. Just plays within himself. Our guard play, I like the fact that assists to turnovers and, you know. And then Oscar, he knew he needed one more rebound for 20. I think what we're going to put up, you know, this place has always been about those threes and the next 3 and the next. We're going to put somewhere else, we're going to have R's. R for him. So he can look up and count. I'm going to get 5 more. He'll go get them. But it got kind of silly when you watched it. Like he just going and grabbing and jerking them in. And my issue and what I said to the guys all year is going to be one thing. When somebody has it going and you play less minutes and the clutter comes to you, how are you going to deal with it? Are you able to say, he got it going. If I get it going, I'm going to stay. So that's going to be an issue because we got to have a rotation. You can't play 11, 12 guys. And it may be we settle in for a game. There's the 8. We got it. Guys got tired today. They did not get tired up in New York. They got tired today. Ty got tired. Kellen got tired. Keon got tired twice. Damian got tired. Oscar got tired. He wasn't going to take himself out, but he got tired. So, and again, I apologized because I should have had the walk-ons in earlier. It never entered my mind, folks. Just didn't enter my mind. And I told the team after the game, we get into a situation like this, your job is to remind me, hey, coach, get those guys in. They deserve to play too. So, I apologized to the kid, their coach, and just said, look, I should have got him in earlier. I apologize.
Cal, a player like Damian, who gives you the length, gives you the rim protection, he's still thin. He's going to get bounced around a lot. How does he compensate for that until he gets stronger to where he can handle it?
You just be really active. You play people before they catch the ball. You position with leverage. I asked a player or an NBA personnel guy who's a friend, and I said, how do you evaluate toughness? And he said something really interesting. He said, well, first of all, there's a physical toughness, but some guys are a little bit thinner and they'll use leverage. That means they're tough. They'll play a guy before it hits the rim. They'll move. They're tough. And I said, what about the other stuff? He said, real simple, body language. So what do you mean body language? I don't want to evaluate everything. If the kid misses 2 shots and his head goes down or he jogs back, he's not a tough kid. Just not. Body language. I told the kids, I just given you the answer to the test. You want them to say you're tough? Your body language never changes. Even if you're not playing great, you're always playing hard, you're clapping. He looks at a spirited player, or he looks at a guy that backs up. Then he says he's not tough. Everybody wants tough players, he and Bryce, I felt so bad for him up at New York because, they were crushed. They wanted to play more. But I called him in. I said, we got to play you. What did we need in the game against Duke? Right? So Bryce was the guy, but he hadn't been playing as well. I didn't want to do the other side to him, throw him in there and crush him. But they were crushed that they didn't play. Damian wanted to play Paolo. I said, but Jacob was playing Paolo good, which is why I didn't go one more and try him. So, but today they're happy, and like I said after the game, guys, someone's playing really well, someone else has got to play less. You're just going to have to accept it if you want this to be a good team. Or the other option, you can't be here.
John, Oscar's performance specifically, you mentioned the reboundings. What has he brought to this team in the early going of this season?
He's a great kid. Smile every day. I'm trying not to give him too much stuff, but we still don't have a good post scheme yet for him. We just don't. And I told the team after, we got to figure this out. I tried some new stuff today, but I'm a guy that my mind works, so I experiment with stuff, but I think that their mind works like mine. Their mind doesn't work like mine. And the more you throw at them, the more they get confused. So we got to come up with some specific things to where we're getting him the ball and letting him go to work. The other thing is he's got to learn to dunk balls when we throw lobs. We throw a lob, dunk the ball. Now, he's never played that way. It's always been bounce, pass, post, muscle, mush mouth. Now it's we're running you to the goal. How about he shot an air ball? I looked at him, I said, you're a great shooter. How'd you do that? But post-game for us, if we're going to be legitimate, we got to be able to do it. We're not going to make, how many threes did we make? 23. We ain't making 12 threes every game. There are going to be some games we're going to make 3 or 4. And then you're going to have to play and do other things. Have to have a high 2-point field goal percentage, which means you got to get some layups, and you got to get some lobs, and you got to get some post play.
John, how comfortable is Oscar in posting up? It doesn't look like he establishes position in there.
I'm going to have you guard him in practice, and then see if you say the same thing. But no, we're still working on footwork. I thought he's not he's stopping his feet. So he's doing that. You got to keep your feet moving. And then when you catch it, you got to go right into the shot. Or you catch it and ball fake and go into the shot. You know, and we just got a lot of work to do in a lot of areas, to be honest with you.
Go back to Daryl, then John, and then we'll see how much more time we have left. Daryl, you're right.
John, you're talking about Oscar's feet not moving, but aren't his feet always moving when he's thinking about going after a rebound? It seems like that's a natural thing. I wonder, how does he do that?
Here's the one thing that you all should be watching. He is so big that there are times he's going to jump for a rebound, and the guy in front of him is going to act like he got hit. These officials got to know he's 255 pounds with 7% body fat. If he pushes in the back, what? Call it. But if he jumps for a rebound, and that guy's fighting like crazy, and he ducks his head, it is not a foul. He's 255 pounds, and he goes after every ball like that. And if you're ducking, you're not going to get the ball from him. My concern right now is you go on the road, and all of a sudden, the guy's going overboard trying to box him out, and he rebounds it, and they say over the back. Then I'll lose my mind. Because we are working and teaching holding your ground and going after the ball, not pushing. I mean, we're working, there were other coaches, they used to do this. As the shot was in the air, they push. They teach it. So the shot's in the air, push. Now all of a sudden you get jerked and the guy goes and gets the ball, and they're like, where's the push? Push was early. We don't teach it. This is, the shot goes up, get your body on him. You're 255 pounds. He's not moving you. You get him under the basket. The only one he gets is, which one, Eric? I knew he didn't know. The one that goes through the rim. He can grab that one. Other than that, we want him to go get these balls.
Go to John, and then we'll end it there so we get Coach Toole up here.
Cal, last week Jay told us that the really good thing about Damian is he's kind of this blank slate where nobody's told him what to be before. How rare is that for a top-level player when he gets to this point now, and what does that say about his potential still?
Yeah, he's in the making. We just got to play him. And it's going to take minutes from some guys, but it is what it is. I mean, you know how I am about things. I've done things in different ways to try to get people minutes. But we got guards that should play more minutes than the rest. So you can't do platoon. You can platoon 3 guys, but not those 2. And then all of a sudden you're taking away minutes. We got to do what we got to do. Get our rotation, get those 2 in, figure out, how we do this. And we still broke down on defense a bunch, just a bunch. And we'll watch the tape. The communication, when Bryce is in, you got to talk to him because he'll get confused. We twirled or switched a couple times, and he went with his man. I mean, it's Damian the same way. Just got to the veterans got to talk to the young kids to tell them what they need to do.